We've prepared an exciting collection of the most unusual and hilarious videos captured on the beach by random witnesses. Let's dive in. What could be better than riding the waves on a surfboard? That is, of course, if you know what you're doing. In Brazil, almost everyone knows how to play soccer, and these girls definitely wouldn't give you a chance. I imagine these pilots would love to enjoy the evening surf, but duty calls. I'm sure her followers will appreciate this video, if she dares to post it. And this one too, it's a real gem for any video collection. Thanks to bioluminescent plankton, the blue glowing waves on the Maldives look like they're mirroring the stars in the sky. I can admire a harmless dragonfly, but when there are so many, it gives me the creeps. What would you feel if a giant octopus decided to give you a hug? Let's hope she gets it right on her second attempt. Did you think it was that easy to keep your balance on this thing? This guy definitely has courage, but there's still room to improve his technique. A sunny, warm day on this beach clearly didn't go as planned. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain calm. These are just routine drills.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
Rules don't seem to apply to some people, and this video is vivid proof of that. It's hard to understand the reason for such an unusual maneuver, but the chance of running aground is very high. He must be so confident in his skills to attempt such an incredible stunt without hesitation. Are you also expecting some treasure inside? Not so fast. This reeks of real mystery. I'm not sure if kangaroos can swim, but they seem just as comfortable in water as they do on land. A smart person can find their way out of any situation, but a wise one avoids getting into it in the first place. This is one of those hunters who can turn into a victim at any moment. This usually happens after the phrase, "Don't worry, I can drive a boat, it's no different from a car." The next time you fail to get on the board quickly, be sure to remember what he did it. This is the moment when you realize that the beach is not your territory. Everyone has the same friend who comes to meetings in the most epic way. This guy has excellent GTA 5 playing skills. They're just obvious. How else should the water element hint to him that it doesn't like him? Unfortunately, only cars have the right to move on one side. A rude driver can be found not only on the road. As you can see, the law of karma also works in the sea. Some coasts have truly unexpected surprises. One of the most venomous snakes of South Africa, as if nothing had happened, crawls on the hot sand to get to cool water and freshen up. The following shots can be a real nightmare for those who are terrified of snakes. After all, you can meet such a special guest even in the most unexpected places. It has long been known that monkeys can sometimes be very impudent and arrogant, but to attack right on the beach, that's something new. Not many dogs can say that they went surfing with their owner, but this trio can easily brag about their successes. It is a bit of rare luck to see a live starfish on the beach during a walk. Just take a look at its dancing with its legs. The Skeleton Coast is one of the most exciting places in the world. On this beach, there's a huge number of relatively new and ancient skeletons of ships scattered across the local landscape. You may say that there is nothing unusual in a group of dancing people, and you will be absolutely right, unless you know all these dances take place on the seabed. In this video, you can see a whole sea of foam where you can swim and even dive. It's not often you see how the tenacious hands of the sea element grab a large vehicle right from the beach. What an impressive sight! Sometimes it's worth paying attention to warning signs. Why so scared? It was just a harmless little fish.
Ты мне подсказывай только. Что такое? Что ты дотронулась?
Fortunately, the visitors managed to leave the ill-fated place in time and can now only watch the events unfold with sadness.
Oh, the pontoon.
That boat.
If you're surrounded by flocks of hungry seagulls, be ready for surprises. If you're planning a vacation in Indonesia, choose calmer beaches. I can only envy this girl's incredible sense of balance. It seems like this guy's GPS led him down the wrong path. Another TikTok video? The things people come up with to entertain random strangers. Personally, I don't quite get the point of this water dance, but the guy's mood is fantastic.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
The variety of fascinating creatures you can find on the ocean shore is incredible. Just imagine, 15 to 20 years ago, people couldn't even dream of something like this. Seriously, how clumsy do you have to be for even the seagulls to laugh at you? Having a body of water nearby greatly increases the chances of putting out a fire quickly. I can understand this crocodile if sometimes it posts pictures of food on Instagram before trying it. Dolphins really impress with their grace and speed, even if some swimmer interferes with them. Remember that whales not only look spectacular, but also sing incredibly beautifully. Judging by how wide the mouth of this fish opens, it can swallow someone bigger. These girls are saving a shark that accidentally got into a fishing net. Honestly, would you risk chasing this little creature underwater? Now we have another trick performed by a huge whale. This time, we can see how it complacently smiles underwater. There's a feeling that this is the most unmotivated shark in the world. In such circumstances, the main thing is to pay your fee on time for being on someone else's territory. You can go kayaking almost any day, but it's very rare to meet a real whale so close. This really looks like the beginning of a strong friendship. Maybe they can even make a movie about it in the future. They would be a little less brave if they knew that a shark could jump ashore in pursuit of its prey. These guys have clearly woken up all the sea neighbors in the area. It looks like this dolphin decided to troll the seagull with its mouth-watering piece of food. Yeah, I'm just left shrugging my shoulders here. Lancetfish, bizarre deep-sea cannibals, grow up to 2 meters and live in tropical and subtropical waters at depths of up to 1 kilometer. Fortunately, she was lucky. Help arrived just in time.
How did you do that? The only person I know in this world that
Would you dare to swim in such a transparent boat near marine predators? Looks like you overslept your lunch, buddy. Look at the face of this surfer. These emotions are incomparable to anything else in the world. It's amazing how a small stream turned into a real river in just a few minutes. Beachgoers surely enjoyed the maneuvers performed by the US Air Force pilots. If you dock a yacht carelessly, unpleasant consequences are inevitable. Fell asleep at the helm? Judging by the situation, that seems to be the case.
Wait, that's a hit. Boom.
It's hard to imagine a cozier place for solitude. These tiny crabs found the perfect spot for their gathering. An unusually colored jellyfish was washed ashore by the waves. It's probably best to return it to the water as quickly as possible. Why overpay when you can wash your spoon for free?
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
And everyone immediately understood who's in charge here. Fires on yachts and liners, unfortunately, are not uncommon. Often the cause is neglect of basic safety rules. Though the help of these firefighting planes would have been very timely in this situation. With such caterpillar tracks, the chances of getting stranded are zero. Water training sessions are preceded by exhausting workouts on land. Well, friends, welcome to paradise. This video turned out to be much more interesting than she had anticipated. You never know what the waves will bring to the shore after a powerful storm. Tourists visiting this beach should remain alert. Its beauty could easily turn into trouble. Judging by the looks of it, the plan completely failed. Yes, it was an easy prey. How adorable is the friendship between this dog and the polar bear? Equally heartwarming is the playtime of these two buddies.
Oh, he's having fun. Look at that. Beautiful.
Excuse me. Apologies. Excuse me. Apologies. I can only admire the skills of this pilot who effortlessly controls this massive machine. Just look at how the fighter jet hovers in place, defying all laws of physics. Oh, if only these sharks were a bit smaller, the meal would have been truly royal. Well, kinda like this one. It's very nice that this diver chose a real moray eel as his pet. It will be a surprise for many people, but it turns out that monitor lizards also know how to swim. This dude knows how to properly and effectively dive into the underwater world. This little octopus will give any cowboy a head start in rodeo. It turns out that jellyfish can even glow. If you decide to put an aquarium near the bed, you will get a great nightlight. It's really rare to see a shark near the coastline, even if it's that small. Its size does not affect the sharpness of its teeth and the aggressiveness of this creature. It seems to me that these creatures have something in common. These lizards are completely perplexed that some people have occupied their beach. The landing was not that perfect, but it was soft enough. How sweet it is. They are so different, but it does not prevent them from sharing their love with each other. As we all know, the dog is the most loyal friend. The animal will follow its owner in fire and water and in the truest sense of the word. Even the kangaroo is already running in the morning by the sea, while many of us are just promising ourselves to start. Despite the fact that a bloodthirsty predator washed ashore, kind people still helped it to return to the depths of the sea. This poor thing would definitely not be able to return home without the girl's help. It was lucky that these guys were on the beach in such weather and helped the fish. Well, is it possible to call lizards cold-blooded after witnessing it? Personally, I have only lovely words to say. What can I say? As you can see, even cows can be taught something. Holding a ceremony at sunrise on the beach is certainly a very romantic idea, but a man in the background clearly doesn't care about the plans of the newlyweds. This girl has unexpected company in the form of two playful dolphins. How can anyone resist the elements? As you can see, no one has been able to conquer the power of nature yet. It is obviously pointless for these dogs to compete with the real king of animals, so they decided to try their hand with a sea lion. a curious little seal swam alone in search of adventure. After meeting a boat on the way, the kid decided to climb on it to see what it looks like. I wonder if this is an experienced pilot or a novice who performed such an amateur landing. Seagulls are the most brazen birds I've ever met in my life. These winged creatures are ready to attack a woman or child just to eat something. The world ocean has been studied by less than 10%, and therefore it is not surprising that we are constantly shocked when we see fish with an appearance that makes us believe in the existence of monsters. I think that you were surprised by the size of this turtle, but I hasten to inform you that it is far from a record holder. People can find a lot of ways to entertain themselves and make their holidays by the sea even more interesting. Would you take a ride on this? No matter how confidently a person stands on his feet, a wave of even medium strength can knock down even a heavyweight. That moment when even the sea is against this madness. It probably would have been better to have tea at home. Wow, that was impressive. These brave guys clearly know what they're doing, and as a result, the Queen of the Ocean is free again. How mysterious shipwreck graveyards look. And it all started with a small, harmless hole.
And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead.
It's wonderful to watch them while they're still tiny. Oh, it all started so well. This is what true love looks like. Take notes from this sweet couple. Yes, I'm definitely lucky with my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for my peaceful childhood. Gentlemen, it's clearly time for us all to go on a diet. And it started out as such a beautiful romantic date. This guy is nothing short of a walking supermarket. How fascinating these sea creatures are. Seahorses. It's best for the faint-hearted to avoid swimming in this place. Just look at this technique and incredible precision. The gold-spotted flatworm is one of the most astonishing marine creatures.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
Judging by this girl's expression, someone is seriously planning to ruin her beach day. Perhaps it's this duo arguing about who's the most attractive on the beach. I must admit, when I got to the beach, I can't wait a second and dive into the water instantly. Just take a look at this gigantic wave. Can you guess where on the planet you can see such waves? The trick turned out spectacularly, but unfortunately, the scooter won't survive. This guy must be a magician. I could never pull that off. And he was warned that the local inhabitants here have quite the temper.